Guys, Bitcoin is running into some massive resistance right here. Does that mean that we're just going to come down again and have a correction? Guys, that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to answer the question whether it's worth it to open new long positions, where the resistance might lay of Bitcoin, and we are going to have a look at a lot of different charts. And I can tell you already right now, I can give you a clear analysis of what I think in terms of probabilities is going to happen with Bitcoin. But first of all, guys, we have to go to whaleportal.com because yesterday we made an update right here. We actually updated the funding rates page, which is super dope. You click right here on charts and you click on funding rates, and instead of like seeing the historic funding rates, which we can see, of course, you scroll down and you can see the funding rates, the live funding rates and predicted funding rates per exchange for the best exchanges out there, and we also calculate an average for that. And also, if you like to see the historic funding per exchange, you can just select one of these exchanges right here and you can see the historic funding, which is quite unique, guys, because we definitely are one of the best websites, if you just look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, that are offering the best data on funding rates. And that is also what we want to do, because funding rates are actually one of the most important indicators when it comes to Bitcoin price predictions. So that's why it's so important to have this data up and top ready. That's why we do that on whaleportal. So if you want to get a nice glance into these funding rates, just have a look. You can see them on the homepage. The average funding fee, of course, you can also select them per exchange. But if you go to charts, funding rates, you get that table as well, which is just quite nice. Okay, guys, Bitcoin right now is trading at $30,000 roughly. As you can see right here, we broke above the declining resistance in the relative strength index on the daily time frame, also on the 4-hour time frame. That's exactly how we predicted this rally. Right, very beautiful. But we also surpassed the middle of the 60-day cycle, which means basically that doesn't mean that we have already seen a top in the Bitcoin price. That top can also occur later right here. But it does mean that we've entered the second half of a 60-day cycle, which is getting closer to a cycle low. So if you would ask me the question right here, would it make sense to open new long positions? My personal opinion would be no, it wouldn't make that much sense, and I will go with you through some charts. Then let's go to this chart. We have a rising channel. This is the 1-hour chart. We see Bitcoin hovering about former resistance, turning maybe into support, but maybe we're coming down right here. Something doubtful chart. Let's call it a doubtful chart. This one I think is quite sketchy as well, because although I have all these alerts ready whenever we touch a major support level on the stablecoin dominance, right, we shouldn't rule out the question that we can get a relief bounce right here before we are touching the support as well, because the price is coming down significantly, relative strength index is coming up, Orion's belt is coming up, so I think we do have to be slightly careful right here. And we also have here lower low and higher low in the relative strength index. So we got to be a little bit careful right here. It looks like definitely this move of Bitcoin is getting exhausted. And this is just a chart which says we need to be careful. Then we have this chart. I think this one is really beautiful. We got a rising channel and another smaller rising channel where we broke out from. Of course, if we remain above this channel, I think Bitcoin can go to $30,000, $32,000, excuse me. But if we break back into this channel, that is quite a big warning signal, right? That would mean a failed attempt of breakout of this, and we already have seen months of Bitcoin rallying, and sooner or later there will come a correction, right? This chart is also quite interesting because we have actually I want to take the next chart, this one is better. So we have a declining resistance right here, actually a rising channel too. We just touched the resistance from this smaller rising channel. Right now we've touched the resistance of that bigger rising channel. And it doesn't mean that we can just break out and touch the middle of this major macro channel right here. I think it's actually quite likely that we do something like that. Especially when we have a look at derivatives exchange data for now, but we don't have to rule out the question that we are touching some form of resistance right here, some form of a significant resistance, I would say. And that comes along, of course, with these divergences in the stablecoin dominance and surpassing the first half of the 60-day cycle. So basically, that's what I got to say, guys. Like, of course, we can come down right here, maybe retest and have one more push, maybe even to $32,000 US, maybe even to $40,000 US. But Bitcoin also might get closer to a top, and maybe sooner or later we'll get a correction right here. So I think if you look at the risk to reward ratio, it is quite dangerous right now to open new long positions. Neither would I short, because we are in a clear bull trend and in a clear bull market, and the potential profits on shorts are not that interesting. So for me, I think it's important to be patient. I'm going to wait patiently until we get into that next 60-day cycle low. We could do something like this. We could do something like this. Anything is possible, but I'm just waiting based on time until the wheels are turning back into my advantage. And right now, it is just getting tricky. It's like the dance with the chairs, right? You got the music playing, and one moment the music is going to stop, and if you don't have a chair, you're fucked. So this is the same thing what I think with Bitcoin right now. The music is going to stop sooner or later. After this rally, we will have a short-term correction, because based on time, we're getting closer to that 60-day cycle low. But that doesn't mean that it is going to happen now. We just have these signals right now in different charts, which just should make us cautious, right? And sometimes the best thing to do as a trader is to know when to hop in the water and know when to sit on the bench and just look from the side, right? That's just also important. We catched a very beautiful trade right here. We made some massive gains. I actually took it already slightly earlier because of the lower entry, but some people took it after the breakout, and we up 5 to 7% on this trade, and I took a 9x leverage, so that's almost a 50% profit. But if you would have a 1x, 2x, 3x, it's actually this was a nice trade, right? And I think we should also cherish that, keep it like that, and don't try to screw it up right now with new long positions. So guys, that's just basically my mindset, how I look at the markets. Also, we touched our target, like almost, depending on which chart you look. Our initial target was actually 30,600, but you can see that at 30,500, a lot of traders already took profit. So yeah, don't get blinded by the target sometimes. So if you can see right now Bitcoin is slightly coming down, just take some profit, set your stop loss in profit. So whenever it comes down, you at least have profits, because it's very difficult to take profits on a winning trade, right? But it's very good to do so as well, because once you have profits, it's actually realized, and unrealized profits are just a piece of number on papers, right? Important to note. So guys, that was it basically for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, make sure to smash up that like button. That is very much appreciated, and we need that really a lot, guys, to push this channel to similar levels as Bitcoin is trading right now. It would be awesome if we could get like 30,000 subscribers, just grow this channel, get more volatility on this channel, get more engagement, get more exposure, because we are actually a channel that really has a different message than the regular channel out there, right? We are really looking, for example, at the mindset of trading. We are looking at how to approach the markets from a time perspective. We are looking at these bigger cycles like 16-year cycle and so on. So I think we actually have a very important message that needs to be spread out there, and you are the only one that can basically help with that. So make sure, guys, drop a comment for the algo, drop a like, share this video with your friends. Very important, very important. Then, for every single one of you who wants to join WhaleAlerts, you can do so by joining bybit with the affiliate link down below. If you sign up on bybit with the affiliate link down below, you can get a deposit bonus of up to $30,000, and you can join WhaleAlerts. If you are living in the United States, you can join using bitget as well. Guys, that was it for today's video. Wish you all a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.